lot of gate systems are controlled online. Now remember, the hacker, the Cooper character, he can hack anything, right? So he can see through all the cameras of the Federal Reserve. He can hack any gate, open anything at any moment. They just walk right in as maintenance men, or at least one of them does. He has the badge as the new worker. That's been programmed online, everything. He just walks up. Think of the World Trade Center when the guy walked across it, the coup. They use fake badges and stuff to get into the World Trade Center, climb at the top, get a tight rope and walk across it, right? That's what they did with Philippe, whatever. So he does the same thing. So the Cooper character, he hacks in and everything. He also makes an employee there, a new employee to arrive, which is Brad Pitt's character. He's basically a brand new employee. So it starts with him showing his badge and getting in. He got his duffel bag and everything. That's whenever he starts basically just loading in money in the duffel bag. And they're like, "What are you doing?" And he just does it. They're like, "This guy's what's he loading money for? What's going on?" They're just kind of looking at him weird. Then he puts in those things. What are those things? Those plates in there. He zips it up and just walks out. They don't even really notice it. He even gets pretty much to his bike at that point. The gate's open, and then all of a sudden the guy goes, "That guy just walked out with a bunch of plates and money. What are y'all doing?" And then finally, after he's already in the bike and takes off, everything's alerted. Social media thing goes off, boom, 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 and the whole movie starts. They think he's just an employee. They think he's just running off with like $2 million, like he has access, he has the badge, right? So then when you figure it out, boom, the robbery's on. So I thought the hot wiring thing was a little kind of gimmicky. So instead, the Edward Norton character, he basically falls off his bike. The first thing he does is he goes to a parking garage, any parking garage near him. He runs to the parking garage and he finds a way to get in someone's trunk of their vehicle. Then he can hijack the vehicle later. Is he going to be in there for a while until that person gets off work, and that's how he gets away. He just gets in a car, but he has to find a way to do it. So he finds a vehicle that's in the parking garage that he can get into pretty easy. And we'll get into that later, how he gets into the trunk. One of the ways, I think, is he finds one that already has a broken window. A vehicle that already has a broken window. Just happens to have a broken window. He crawls into the back, gets into the trunk, and waits. You see? So the person that comes back, their vehicle's still broken. It's got a tarp over it. You know, over the side of the window only. Right? It's got a tarp on the side of the window. Just the side of the window only. Right? And guess what the tarp has on it? The tarp has a little American flag on it. Red, white, and blue. And so he gets through the window, goes to the back where the garage is. Where the trunk is. In the garage. Well, he's in the garage, the parking garage. And he gets in the back where the trunk is. And he hides in the trunk. So when the guy gets in, he's off work, he gets in and boom, he's good to go. Because he comes in the back and threatens him. Gets his car, goes into traffic. At least he gets away. Also, what I wanted to do was, I didn't want him to pit maneuver the biker. Instead, he throws a water bottle or an Arizona bottle like that at the biker, and it hits the biker, who's the Edward Norton character, and then he falls off, loses the bike, loses the surface air missile. That's when he has to take shelter in an underground parking garage from the chopper police. And then he's on the underground parking lot, and that's whenever he finds the vehicle that has a missing window, where it has an American flag over it, covering the window. You know, some kind of white trash person that lost his window for whatever reason. He crawls in through there, goes into the back, crawls into the trunk and waits. Guy gets off work, comes in, takes advantage of his vehicle. See? Then he has a way out, as long as he gets lost in traffic. But you ask yourself, wouldn't the guy report him? It doesn't really matter. It takes a long time to find a stolen car. He doesn't have to take the guy out. But he might have some kind of device that puts him to sleep, like a chokehold.
Yeah, you can just pull on up.
All right, I appreciate you. Yeah, they have a pretty smile. One important thing about the Heist movie that's going to work out is they all have to wear masks because of the pandemic. So when they go to work, they look like this when they go to work. So when it opens up with Brad Pitt, and also another thing that's interesting crazy about this film is his alias is Brad Pitt, the character's alias. That's what they call each other through their, smartphones and how they communicate in text and stuff. One's Brad Pitt, one robber's called Edward Norton, one robber is called James Brolin, and one robber is called James Gilbert. Those are the 4 alias names. And the hacker is known as Cooper. So those are the names, as in Bradley Cooper. They all have movie star names as their alias. It's a big robbery. It's a pretty important one.